Good day, everyone. I am very Grace Key Abrasado, a third year student taking up Bachelor of Elementary Education, major in General Curriculum. Today, we are going to discuss about Unit 2 Curriculum Development Process, Designs, Approaches, and Development, Curriculum Design Organization, Approaches, and the types of curriculum design. This is our objective. First, let us define what is curriculum designing. Curriculum designing is the part of curriculum development which produce curriculum designs. So curriculum designs is used in crafting, planning, implementing, and evaluating the curriculum. So we have the three approaches of curriculum designing. First, learner-centered approach, subject-centered approach, and problem-centered approach. Let us discuss first the learner-centered approach. So the learner-centered approach, these are the approach that place the learner at the center of curriculum design process. So this approach promotes active engagement, student autonomy, and personal learning experiences. Second, we have subject-centered approach. So this approach focuses on transmitting and specific body of knowledge and skills to students. So it is often subject-centered, where subjects are taught separately in a linear progression. So this establish academic disciplines and follow a predetermined curriculum framework. Next, we have problem-centered approach. So this approach revolves around real-world problems or scenarios. So these engage students in active learning by presenting them with authentic problems solved. So this problem is essential, or this approach is essential because this allows students to think critically in their learning. So we have the three types of curriculum design models. First, subject-centered design, learner-centered design, and problem-centered design. So let us first define what is subject-centered design. So subject-centered design is organized based on the subject. So this is the content of the curriculum. So this revolves around teaching of an established body of content that derive from accumulated wisdom of academic discipline. So there are four examples of subject designs. So we have subject design, discipline design, correlation design, and broad field design or interdisciplinary. So first we have subject design. So this is the oldest and most well-known teaching method that being used by teachers, parents, that is easily to use because there are many books and teaching materials already available. So it is uh, available in our local community. Next, we have discipline design. So discipline design, this is focusing on groups of topics that it looks at full academic field like science, math, and history. So this design is mostly used in college, not in elementary or high school. So why is it mostly this design is being used in college? Because in college there are different field that is being studied by the students. So next, we have correlation design. So this type of design comes from the idea of connecting different subjects to make learning are more organized and less broken up. So these link each other, but each one still keeps its own topic and focus. Next, we have broad field design or interdisciplinary. So this type of subject-based curriculum was created and fixed of separating subject too much. So this brings together topics so learning feels more connected. So it is also called as holistic curriculum because it looks at the bigger picture, and these designs refers. Next, we have the learner-centered design. So this design is place the learner at the center of educational process. So the main focus of this design is to uh, focus the needs and the interests and the unique characteristics of individual learners, uh, aiming for create a meaningful and engaging learning experience. So we have the example of learner-centered design. So we have child-centered design. So it is based on the ideas of John Dewey, Pestalozzi, and Froibel. So the main focus is to meet the needs of the children and their interests. So in this approach, the students are not just for sitting and listening to the teachers, but they take part in learning by exploring, interacting with the world around things. So learning by doing. We can apply also the constructivist theory in this design. So next we have the experience-centered design. So experience-centered design is like centered, child-centered approach. So, but it is believes that student interests and needs can't be planned ahead of time. So instead, their real-life experiences are used to shape what they learn. The school setting open and flexible, giving the students freedom to explore, to work on their own. So by working on their own, they're going to learn also in their own experiences. Next, we have humanistic design. So this type of curriculum is inspired by the ideas of Abraham Maslow and Carl Rogers. So the main goal of this design is to help students grow as well as an individual. So the focus of this design is not just thinking but also in emotions and actions of the learner. So we help students to understand by themselves and live better lives. So next, we have the problem-centered design. So this approach is this is an design that approach that focuses on identifying and addressing real-world problems or challenges as the driving force of learning and curriculum designs. So we have the examples of problem-centered design. So first, life situation design. So this this uses students' past and present experience to explore everyday situations. So teachers also relate these live situations in order for the children to understand better about the lesson or the discussions. Next, we have the core design. So the core design is focuses on general education and everyday human activities.